Welcome to SEMA 2019. I am Jeremy Johnson. What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs, and you are watching another SEMA Saturday. And I have stolen the wife's Ford Transit again, even though I gave it back to her. Usually I get to drive this thing twice a week, and that's when I'm taking kids to school or when I'm off to pick up parts. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're heading up to PRP. We're gonna pick up some seats, some belts, some doors, and all kinds of other awesomeness for our RZR build. Now you just get to hang in and watch the drive. So here we are at PRP. We're gonna get a quick little tour, check out what's going on, and then see our awesome seats. All right, so you guys, this is the welding department. So all of our suspension seats are made right here in the USA. The welder here, we have a great group of guys here that weld from 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. and really just get it done. But all the materials over there, it gets cut, and then it's basically bent and then sorted into what it's going to get placed into, and then we grab the jig and basically just go to town. But yeah, everything is still done here. This is pretty neat. All just separated depending on what seat it's going to go into here. Correct. Very nice. And now, are you guys bending all of this stuff in-house too? Yes. Very all CNC bent. All the fun toys. All these people have all the fun toys. This is their whole welding stuff. When we got this building, took over this, I guess, lease, this big wall was not up. So this was all, we basically started from scratch. And I see you have this CNC plasma here too, to do all of the cutting and stuff. Correct. Yeah. So this facility is 44,000 square feet. So the previous building we were in was 12,000. So man, you guys like quadrupled. Yeah. So this is all of our storage. All of our materials are all here. You know, we order them obviously and just they get piled here, but we do 60 different colors and materials. If you can even hear me over this thing, but these guys run 16 hours a day. And so right now, what is this machine doing? So someone uploaded a file. It's cutting PVL light gray right now. And basically there's certain pieces of the seat that need to get cut, so it's electronically uploaded them and it's cutting those out. What do you think of that, Kai? It's cutting out the seat. So see how there's a marker? You can come this way. So it looks like the headrest. It's working on a headrest like the people on the bottom. And it's cutting it out. Yeah, this is the hit zone. So it's not on. So what is the point of it marketing it right now? Sewing. Okay, so that's going to be all the stitch lines when they do it. So there's no, maybe this gets stitched here. No, like it's exact. Yeah. Okay. So this is pretty much just the start, but these run 16 hours a day. Hi, Eli. You can wave on camera if you want. Eli has all this stuff, so all the embroidery, all the cutting. I'm pretty sure there's like a staff of 5 just for this realm here. And this is going to cut all the fabric no matter which one it is. It's going to end up on this table. Correct. Cut. Correct. Very neat. Yeah. So there's our embroidery machine. This one does all of our house stuff, PRP logos, all that stuff. Then this one we just got. This one's going to only do custom. Okay. So instead of stopping production to do custom logos, this is going to be the only one. This is what it does. So that way we can run 6 heads at a time. So we can be more efficient at the end of the day. Because right now it's, you know, with custom logos, you stop it to run the custom logos. I got it. It takes up more time. So That's that's this part. This is our sewing department right here. So we have 10 sewers in the morning and 10 sewers at night. So once again, 4 to 1, 1 to 10. And the goal is to sew 80 seats a day.
80 seats a day. So on an average, how many seats are you guys making a month? So I mean 80 seats, but that's like 80 per day. Does that mean like, I mean I could do the math and go, okay,
Yeah.
8 times, you know, but is that like, it's like a complete seat or just 80 parts of the seat?
Complete.
Okay.
80 complete seats sewn, mounted, put over here to mounting.
Wow, that's a lot of seats.
It's a lot of seats. So when people start talking like, you know, you guys are 12 weeks back, like think about the
That
sheer amount of how much
numbers.
seats. We're only 5 to 6 weeks as the filming of this video, but back when Black Friday and COVID hit again last December,
Okay.
in January when things started locking down again, we were at 12 weeks. So 12 weeks times 80 seats a day. Like that is so many seats and so much demand. So something to definitely
That's
consider.
amazing.
It's
That's
amazing.
awesome though, that, you know. And I like to tell people this. I mean, so we just did a tour over at Cageworks, and it's just awesome to see, you know, manufacturing still here in America, but then more importantly, even just the manufacturing side still here in California. When so many manufacturers again are leaving California, and you just look at how many people are being employed here in California, and that's just so, it's important.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 100 employees here now.
Yeah.
I mean, to think about where we were, you know, just 2 years ago, we were in the old building
Right.
to now is astronomical.
No,
We'll be 2.5 years in June. Or
That's
2
great.
years in June. So
Something definitely a plus, love it. This is definitely one thing that we forgot to add was bags, so maybe we're gonna have to be back, do some bags in this thing once we get it all put together. So many cool different bags hanging up here.
All right, so when you start talking suspension seat, this is a Podium Elite, so this is our top of the line suspension seat for racing. So if you want to stay in a suspension seat, the Podium would be the way to go. But when you talk about suspension, you know, suspension on a car is different from a seat, but it works the same. You know, you have something propelling you back. And right here, it's this paracord lacing, right? So all these liners are sewed right here, about 10 feet away from me. And then basically they line this paracord and they bring it through so it's force and strong. And Jeremy, you can go ahead and pull on that if you'd like, but you know, it's there.
Oh, yeah,
that's have your suspension seat. So that's what keeps you, you know, going up and down and staying comfy. But this is just the inner workings, and then behind you, there's actually a Podium done. This is actually pretty cool. It doesn't happen very often. So this is a Podium actually.
Okay.
So this is a Podium completely foam. So it goes from that blank piece right there, and this is going to be finished right here.
Now we see the two different colors in the foam. What is the main difference between the colors?
The density.
Okay.
So this is where your body's going to be. So if you think about where your body's going to be rubbing against, hitting against, this is much thicker foam.
Okay.
This is just where you're rubbing on, right?
Like your arms,
your arms,
and then where your butt is.
Where your butt is, we got stuff soft for your ass.
Okay.
But everything else, you have a higher density, and then this has a little hump in it for lumbar, so you have a little back support here.
That's really nice.
So when we're done, we're going to come this way. This is the gluing phase of the foam onto the seat here. So they're just getting started. You can see some inner workings going on. But that's basically that. So here's a completely finished Podium. So it still has its markings on it. You were talking about the markings earlier.
Okay.
So you can see where she has to come in and clean it. Just this is her last chance to make sure the order's correct before it heads out the door. So all that stuff's gonna get cleaned off. Any extra, you know, sew marks are gonna get taken rid of. But this is a complete Podium. So we saw the frame, we saw the foam, and now here's a finished product of what the customer's gonna get.
See, super exciting. Now I'm like, I can't wait to see our seats. So much goes into it though, and that's what's important, you know, obviously why.
And here's more Podiums too. So this
Okay.
is you've got a suede on this one, and then you got vinyl on this one. So two completely different designs, but the same seat.
And that's what's neat is that machine's actually doing the layout, all of that, so that way when it gets to the sewing, it's all taken care of, so you don't wind up with a seat like that when it's supposed to look like this.
Correct. And even then too, like we look at all the their job is to make sure it's completely clean, right? There's no extra fabric anywhere, there's no marking. But then too, like how did the sewer sew the small diamond? Do I have the even sized diamonds as I run across? Is anything, you know, not shaped correctly? Like
Right.
those are all things that they're trained to look for, and make sure that we get it right. And worth noting too is the manufacturing process, when it involves humans, machines, there is no company in the world that has 100% accuracy rate
Right.
in manufacturing. It's just not possible. We
Right.
do our absolute best to make sure every seat is absolutely perfect. You know, you know, I don't know what the ratio is, and I don't want to know what the ratio is. But if there's 100 seats, I hope all of them are right. But if you're manufacturing something, there isn't a chance
Yeah,
anything
no,
does happen. You know,
I
but-
completely know how that goes, and it's just so awesome to see this whole process, you know, from start to finish.
Humans,
of the seat.
I know,
Yeah,
it's a human
I mean,
still
you know.
crafting like works of art, basically.
No, that's what I was
You
gonna
know?
say. I mean, just all of the work that goes into that. It's just beautiful. I love it.
Well, thanks guys for coming in. We're gonna go ahead and get your guys' seats pulled up. You guys can head on out and start cruising.
All right, sounds
Awesome.
good. What do you think? How you want to sit in it? No? Here, you want to sit with Daddy? Come here. Here we go. Ready? Get on there. All right, ready? You gonna drive? We need the steering wheel. The steering wheel's over there. You like to drive. You're just gonna be all shy right now, huh? Too many people watching us. What do you guys think of the green? Had to tie in a little bit of growing up garage green into the gray and in the stitching as well. So all kinds of good things to come.
Dad, I like it.
You like it?
No.
No. She's a tough one.
Dad, here.
All right. Well, we made it back to the shop. Someone got to take a nap. I think it needed to be a little bit longer of a nap. Not quite sure. Longer nap. But anyways, guys, all kinds of parts to unload, and really the point of this ending is I just want to tell you how much I love my Ford Transit, because yes, we took out 2 seats in order to put all of these new PRP seats in. Anyways, so and I still have enough room for 5 passengers still with all this cargo space, and unlike a truck, this is all still secure in my van, out of sight, out of mind. I just love how just the utilitarianism, is that right?
Utilitarian.
Utilitarian? I don't know, isn't that like a person that just tries to take over everything? Anyways, you know, there's my play on words. But just the utility of the van, I really love it. I'm gonna go play with this little monster right here. We're gonna unload all these seats, bags, and all this craziness and start putting it in this RZR right there. So, see you guys in the next video.